Hello and welcome to WWStarNaN. That is the name of our red Protoss in the top right corner. You thought I was going to say WWE, didn't you? Well, no, not today, because this is Starcraft. And in the bottom left-hand corner, we have our blue Terran, cScTuruk. Kind of wanted to call him Trunk. I don't know why. Maybe I'm thinking Trunks. Maybe I have Dragon Ball Z on the brain. Maybe it's sort of like nestled up there. Who knows? I know I have a couple of cobwebs in my brain, but I didn't know I had Dragon Ball Z there as well. The brain is a very strange place, my friends. It is a very, very strange place. We have an SCV going out to build himself a supply depot. Anyway, so, while we're waiting for this game to get going, while both races are powering up, while this PvT, this TvP is underway, I wanted to ask you about your thoughts on Heart of the Swarm, seeing as that expansion will be coming out in March, I believe. I want to know about your thoughts. I want to know what you guys are thinking about this exceptional expansion. I want to know about what race you think has the coolest new units. We have a gateway, we have a barracks. The coolest new units that the races are getting. Which race you feel might be the most overpowered. Which race you feel will be the most fun to watch. Which race you think will be the most fun to play. Whatever, as long as it has something to do with Heart of the Swarm, anything to do with Starcraft 2, I don't even care if it's a joke about a Marine walking into a bar and there is no counter. Feel free to post anything Starcraft-wise in the comments section below, or on the Facebook, which you can find in the description. There are links in the description. I don't actually have Facebook stored in the description, though that would be cool, because then everyone would have to watch this video in order to log on to Facebook. And that would be pretty awesome. Not so awesome for you guys, maybe it would be awesome for you guys, but it would certainly be exceptional for me. We have an assimilator finishing up for WWStarNaN. And we have an SCV scout out of Turuk. Got an SCV in position to begin making a command center, while we have a probe just running around on the outskirts. Looks like he might try and block. Oh, there we go. We have a pylon trying to block the command center. I'm honestly not sure why he did that, because he can just build it there and then fly it on up. So that's a little bit of a waste, but it also does delay this command center, so it does make sense. It does make sense, provided he cancels that. Come on, cancel. There we go. There we have the cancel. 25 minerals to be a pain. That's awesome. And we have our cybernetics core with an SCV just picking at it, just poking those shields, just being a general annoyance. We have a probe, looks like he might be trying to go and do an expansion there. We have an SCV looking like he might try and block it, but in fact he is not, and just as well, because that probe had no intentions of expanding just yet. He didn't even have the resources necessary. He might even be trying to feign some kind of expansion. Perhaps he's going for a one base all in, and he wants to just catch his opponent off guard. That could be quite possible. And we have a bunker going down for cScTuruk. Warp gate research. Nearly halfway. Will we have the expansion? Is that what's going to happen? Looks like we will indeed have an expansion, so it's not going to be some kind of one base all in. I am mistaken. Just as well, because long macro games are always so fun to watch. We have an expansion just finishing up. There we go, there's the command center. It's finished. It took a while to wake it up in the morning, but you know, it's had its cup of coffee. It's ready to lift off and apparently become an orbital command first. Anyway. We have a Stalker just being a pest at the front, with a Zealot as well. His Zealot buddy, his brother-in-arms, and legs. Those Zealot legs. Which are not done yet, so yeah, just brother-in-arms, I suppose, for now. That will change. We have a tech lab going on one of the 3 barracks that he has, pumping out all of those Marines and soon Marauders as well. Got a Stalker, just a couple of Stalkers just checking out the front, making sure nothing too sneaky is going on by Turuk, just being a bit of an annoyance, pecking away at that bunker. A couple of Marines on the high ground, getting a few shots off on those Stalkers. We have 2 more gateways going down now for WWStarNaN. Damn, I love saying that name, because it's kind of misleading. WWStarNaN. I wonder what the WW stands for. Let me know. If you know, tell me in the comments. I actually really do want to know. I have no idea what it stands for. Maybe it's the Worldwide StarNaN. Maybe he's worldwide. Maybe some kind of worldwide sensation, and he just wants to let everybody know. We have a second bunker going down for Turuk. And tons of Marines just to chase these stalkers away. Get out of here. What do you guys think you're doing? You're making the neighborhood look bad. Get out. Be gone. We have 2 reactors finishing up. So we've got 4 Marines producing out of these at any one time, plus another Marine getting produced out of here with Stimpack on the way. Halfway done, in fact, and a Robo just about to finish up for WWStarNaN. And a factory now on the way for Turuk. I will be quite glad when I get the Heart of the Swarm replay, sort of, I would call them kind of like buffs. It's kind of like I'm getting a replay buff, because you can just click these links in Heart of the Swarm, and then you can see what's going on. It teleports you to that building, which is pretty damn awesome. We have a robotics bay on the way for WWStarNaN, as well as a forge. We have an engineering bay and a factory just about to finish up for Turuk. And there we go. It looks like they paused, but this is a replay. There is no pausing. This is Starcraft 2. It just keeps going on and on and on, with starports as well coming down. We've got a starport going down. It looks like there's going to be a reactor on the factory, so he's probably going to lift this off and replace it with the starport so that he can get that double medevac production. Maybe even double Viking production, seeing as we will have Colossi on the way soon. A couple more gateways going down. We have 3 more gateways out of StarNaN. And we have combat shields and +1 weapons for Turuk. Colossus is finally coming out. There we go. We've got a Colossus on the way. Those laser shooting towers of destruction. That's what a Colossus is. That's what it means to be a Colossus, is a giant walking tower of ownage. That is what a Colossus is. But they just figured Colossus was easier to say than giant tower of ownage, or something like that. We got a couple of medevacs on the way. More Colossi on the way. We have extended thermal lance. We have an observer, making sure that none of those sneaky drops are getting by. We also have another pylon over here. Again, I'm sure that's just a check for the drops. We might even have a pylon over here, perhaps, just in case the drops come the other way around. And we have a Colossus out, surrounded by a couple of zealots, and, well, 1 zealot and a couple of sentries. And we have a Twilight Council as well. Looks like Turuk is getting ready to push out. He's making his way across the map. It is time to kill some stuff. We've got a factory flying on, so he can see things. Make sure that nothing sneaky catches him off guard. None of those pounce attacks by our Protoss player. This could be quite difficult to hold for our Protoss player, who has very little. Got a couple of stalkers over here though, just in case of any drops, but he's going to need to bring those down in front. And we have a huge, very scary, mostly Marine force just pretty much outside of our Protoss player's base. He's going to need to gear up. He's going to need to get some serious forces together to hold this off. Maybe some incredible force fields. We have a medevac being quite ballsy, trying to fly around up there. Don't know what he's thinking. Apparently he got a little bit scared, so he's flying a little bit back. We've got a bit of a big warp in. We've got a couple of zealots on the way now. We've got Blink and Protoss ground armor on the way. We've got another Colossus soon to be here, but we've already got 2 Colossus out, so you're going to need to be careful not to get caught in any chokes, is Turuk, because those Colossus do some serious damage. 2 Vikings out already, another 2 on the way. We have a factory out, which might get tickled to death by sentries. Those little laser beams of tickly carnage. And we have an armory on the way as well for Turuk. Also have a 3rd base going down for StarNaN. And this factory is still just being a persistent pain. We might check to see if there's a 3rd. Looks like he's split himself into 2 groups. He's got a whole bunch of people rallied to this watchtower. And he's got a couple more over here. There's a probe coming down to place a pylon, and he is going to die. And so is that pylon. Please cancel. No cancel on the pylon, by the looks of it. So that is quite painful. That's 100 minerals just thrown into the wind and left to die. We have a Ghost Academy just about to finish up. There we go. Ghost Academy is now done, so we have ghosts out on the field soon, I'm sure. We might even see a couple of nukes. I do like some nuke play, some good old-fashioned nuke play, as long as I'm not the one getting nuked. It's all good. Our Terran player is still on 2 base, so he's either going to need to destroy that Protoss' third or take a third of his own. We have a couple of ghosts on the way, so my thoughts are he's going to try and take out that third and go for a big 2-base push and finish off the Protoss and kill him off completely. And we have a Zealot who is getting slowed and murdered brutally. We have some Templar on the way as well for StarNaN, plus some lag. Because lag is all good and fun. Not really, lag is horrible. We don't like lag. Lag is absolutely terrible. Nobody likes lag, except your opponent when you're lagging. So, nothing too exciting happening yet. Looks like he might be trying to go for some expansion, or he's still gearing up for this 2-base push. But we have StarNaN mining on 3 bases now. He is a little bit behind in supply. We're going to need that. Turuk's going to have to push soon, otherwise he's going to fall quite far behind. Lots of Marines, lots of Vikings, a couple of Marauders mixed in, and a few Ghosts as well. We have 3 Ghosts over here, right near the watchtower. Just relaxing in their ghostly selves with their nice sniper rifles. And it looks like we're going to have Psionic Storm finishing up very, very soon, so soon he will be able to rain down electric death upon this army. Is it really electric death, or does it count as just psionic death? Because it looks kind of like electricity. I don't know. Wait, why don't you let me know your thoughts? I suppose it would be psionic, wouldn't it? But electric death just sounds so much better than psionic death. At least I think so. So I'm going to call it electric death. It's electric death. It has hereby been declared. 3 Colossi versus a ton of those Vikings. Just all over the place. Looks like he might go for an attack on the natural over here, but a Zealot has spotted it. He might be going for an attack on the third, which is exactly where StarNaN's army is positioned. We have a High Templar who is doesn't have enough energy to Psionic Storm anybody just yet. But in a couple of seconds, and there we go, he now has the energy for a storm. Will he storm? He's going to get sniped. Oh, he's dead, but he managed to get a storm off on the Ghosts, who are taking very little damage because they moved out of that pretty damn quickly. We have a whole bunch of Zealots trying to run towards, but they don't even have charge by the looks of it, which is quite unfortunate. Turuk is maxed out with 200. This Nexus will fall, and it is... Oh, huge storms! Massive storms! Half of those Marines are now pretty much dead. A couple of the Vikings are in orange. And that Nexus is going to fall. The Nexus is now dead. But StarNaN is still in a relatively good position. If he can get a couple more good storms off... Oh, there's another one. They just walked through it completely. Everything is so close to dead there. Just look at how brutal those storms can be when you just walk smack into them. And StarNaN is still doing quite well. If he can kill off this force from Turuk, he'll be in a very good position. And we have another Nexus going down now for StarNaN. While Turuk looks like he's either repositioning or going back home to maybe even try and repair, because he took a lot of damage right there. We have more Ghosts on the way, more Marines, more Marauders, more Medivacs, more everything. And we have another ground up... Well, we only have his first upgrade for ground weapons for StarNaN. Simulators getting put down over here. Looks like StarNaN is setting himself in the middle near this watchtower. And then backing off again. With only... No, I don't even know what this guy's doing. What am I even talking about? He's just wandering wherever he pleases because he has lots of Colossi, and that lets him do just that. Is he going to get Zealot legs though? Because he really needs that upgrade. I mean, it's not like he can't afford it. Maybe a little bit more gas, but he'll be able to afford it as soon as this pops up. Come on, where's the Zealot legs? You have to give those Zealot their legs. It's not nice to keep them de-legged. It's very not nice. We have a whole bunch of Zealots getting warped in over here. They go for some kind of counterattack. This one's already scouted that there is in fact no third base. And Turuk is in a bit of a tough spot now because he still doesn't have any macro follow-up. While this Nexus has just finished up for StarNaN, who is in fact maxed, and so is Turuk. It looks like we're going to have a maxed. Max. But these Zealots are in a nice position for a counterattack while this whole battle's going on. They might want to get a little bit closer though. Looks like StarNaN's getting in a bit of a better position. We have a whole bunch of... We have 4 High Templar all ready to storm away to unleash that lightning fury upon Turuk. And kill everything. Oh, the ghosts are in position. We could have some huge EMPs. But no. No EMPs. Just a couple of shots going off. Have an SCV leading the assault. That is one very, very courageous SCV. Or just foolish. No one's really sure. And he's going for the push. We have Zealots streaming forward. Still no legs upgrade, so they're quite slow. No storms just yet. A couple of Marines getting melted away by the Colossus. Oh, there we have a storm. And we have Stim. It's going in for the attack. Another storm, but it's not doing too much damage. That one managed to catch a whole bunch of Vikings. These ghosts are pretty much dead. There's one going down. And another big push. We might have more storms. Oh, we have more storms. There's another storm over there. It's not really catching too many units. A couple of ghosts may go down. You get pumping out the heals from the medevacs, who are very low on energy. Nexus falls again. The final Colossus is going to go down with all these focus fire from the Vikings. It looks like Turuk might be winning this game. StarNaN is forced to retreat to his natural. He's got a couple more High Templar in position. They are able to storm. Another storm goes down. Huge storm. Massive loss for Turuk. May get even another storm. A couple of probes caught in the crossfire. Lots of probes dying. Oh, it's not a nice day to be a probe. Those poor probes. Many probes have lost their lives this day. Turuk has done quite a lot of damage. He is keeping the Protoss player on 2 base. And we have the Zealots going in for some kind of counterattack over here at Turuk's natural. They will pick off quite a few SCVs. We have a ton of ghosts popping out as well, which may be able to deal with this, but not before a couple of SCVs go down as well. Over here we've got a bit of a push with StarNaN moving forward a little bit. Turuk seems to be backing out a bit. But he's going to opt to turn around, and oh, so many Zealots are losing their lives. He really needs that charge upgrade. And a few are loaded in this medevac. And that High Templar is very dead. We have pretty much all the SCVs coming from Turuk. He's going very, very all in. Pretty much every single SCV from his main base is getting incorporated into this army now. They will be able to repair these units at the same time, or they might just attack with their massive SCV power. No Colossus out really for StarNaN. He's got a couple of High Templar though, with energy enough for a storm or two. Some of them not having enough energy for even one storm, but they will shortly. He's keeping them over here though. It looks like we're going to have a big push. He might catch StarNaN out of position. He might net a couple of Stalkers. One Stalker is definitely going to go down for his efforts. We have that Nexus still trying to go down again, but it looks like it will be denied as Turuk is moving down. He's going to swipe that Nexus. He is going to take it away. He is going to deny it and make sure that StarNaN cannot have it. We might have another big storm. An SCV gets caught in it. Nothing too major. We have lots of Zealots, a couple of Stalkers, and a couple of Sentries. This is just not enough to hold. We might kill a few Ghosts, though. Some nice force fields, trapping the Ghosts. They are going to die to those Zealots, but there's just not enough from StarNaN, who is again going to be pushed back. The Nexus looks like it was cancelled, and there is not very much over here. We might have another storm. We have an Archon merging. But he is caught in exactly the wrong position. He is going to die before he even has a chance to get a single hit off. Very not nice to be an Archon. Nope, he's still alive. Go, you Archon. You will survive. And that Ghost is very, very dead because of that cannon. Looks like StarNaN is getting quite a few High Templar. If he can just get Turuk to walk into a couple of very, very good storms, he may be able to take this engagement. We have one very nice storm. Another not quite so nice storm, but he is moving back into it. And another perfect storm. A whole bunch of units dying and almost dead. We have a whole bunch of units on red. Very, very red. Very, very nearly dead. And another good storm as well. Lots of Zealots getting warped in. We have a whole bunch of High Templar in position to storm. Another storm goes down. It might catch a Marauder, but not quite those medevacs. Oh, a big storm. A couple more are going to lose their lives. Looks like there are a couple of medevacs that are nearly dead as well. He's going to lose one medevac, maybe another. A couple of Vikings are nearly dead, and it looks like Turuk is in a very, very difficult position. And there we go. It is GG. Turuk has won. Oh, I'm sorry. StarNaN has won the game. What am I saying? Exceptional play. fantastic storms by StarNaN, winning him the game. And before he leaves, he's decided he will storm his own units, just because that's how he likes to party. There are no disco balls. The dance floor will be lit up by damaging storms underneath your feet. The words "party to your drop" or "party till you drop" are StarNaN's motto. So congratulations to StarNaN, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Cheerio.